Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about a principle so simple, yet so powerful that it can transform your life completely. It is the principle of focus. Focus on yourself and the wisdom of silence. Many people are busy trying to prove themselves to others, chasing recognition, validation, and approval, but they forget the most important relationship they must cultivate, the one with themselves. True growth, true success, and true influence do not come from noise, from argument, or from trying to convince the world of your greatness. They come from intentional focus, self-discipline, and the courage to stay silent while you work diligently on your purpose. Silence is not weakness, silence is strength. Silence allows clarity, silence allows reflection. Silence gives you the space to discover who you are, to sharpen your vision, and to position yourself for greatness. When you focus on yourself and stay silent, you are no longer distracted by the opinions of others. You are no longer swayed by criticism or praise. You are free to become the person you were created to be. This principle, focus and silence, is not popular, but it is powerful. And today, I will show you how embracing it can unlock doors in your life that noise and distraction will never open. Focus is the cornerstone of every successful life. Without focus, even the greatest potential remains dormant. Even the most brilliant ideas remain unfulfilled, and even the most passionate dreams remain distant illusions. Focus is not merely paying attention, it is directing your energy, your time, and your thoughts toward the purpose for which you were created. Many people drift through life, allowing circumstances, opinions, and distractions to dictate their actions, but those who understand focus take control of their own destiny. Focus is the ability to filter out everything that does not contribute to your growth and advancement, to say no to what is irrelevant, and to say yes to what aligns with your vision and mission. It is the ability to invest your life, not in many things superficially, but in the few things that truly matter deeply. Focus allows you to concentrate your mind, your heart, and your spirit on what is essential. And when you do this consistently, success becomes inevitable because energy, when concentrated, produces results. The problem with many people is that they scatter their energy, giving attention to every distraction, every criticism, every fleeting interest, and in doing so, they dilute their power. To focus yourself means to identify what you were created to do, to know your purpose, and to refuse to be sidetracked by everything else. It requires clarity of vision, the courage to prioritize, and the discipline to maintain consistency. Focus is not something that happens accidentally. It is developed intentionally through practice, self-awareness, and a deep understanding of your priorities. When you focus, you become a magnet for opportunities. You begin to see doors where others see walls, solutions where others see problems, and paths where others see obstacles. Focus is like the beam of a lighthouse. It cuts through the darkness, providing guidance, direction, and illumination. The mind, when undisciplined, is like water scattered in many directions. It loses power, force, and effectiveness. But when it is focused, it is like a powerful river, unstoppable, shaping landscapes and creating results that are visible, tangible, and lasting. Focus is also the secret behind mastery. No one becomes an expert overnight. Mastery is achieved when you dedicate yourself consistently, over time, to a single purpose, skill, or goal. By focusing, you develop depth instead of superficiality, quality instead of quantity, and excellence instead of mediocrity. Focus is not merely about work, it is about life. It is about focusing on your character, your relationships, your personal growth, and your spiritual development. It is about understanding that every distraction is a thief of time and a saboteur of destiny. Every person who has achieved greatness understood that focus is more powerful than talent, more powerful than luck, and more powerful than opportunity. Talent without focus is wasted, opportunity without focus is squandered, and hard work without focus is directionless. Focus allows you to align your thoughts, words, and actions. It enables you to move in a straight line toward your objectives without veering off course. The world is full of noise, competition, and chaos, but focus gives you the ability to rise above it. Focus also requires sacrifice. It means saying no to good things so that you can say yes to the best things. It means resisting temptations, avoiding unnecessary distractions, and keeping your eyes on the prize even when the journey is long, hard, or lonely. Focus is about self-mastery. When you focus, you learn to master your impulses, your desires, and your attention. You learn to direct your mind, control your emotions, and manage your energy. This level of self-mastery is what separates ordinary people from extraordinary achievers. Focus is the engine that drives achievement. It converts potential into reality, ideas into action, and vision into accomplishment. Those who understand focus are never overwhelmed by circumstances because they know that their attention is their greatest resource. It is more valuable than money, more valuable than fame, and more valuable than connections. Focus enables you to make progress even in small steps because each action is deliberate, purposeful, and aligned with your ultimate goal. Focus also protects you from the distractions of comparison. When you are focused on your own journey, you are not influenced by the successes or failures of others. You are free to pursue your own purpose without envy, without fear, and without distraction. True focus requires patience, persistence, and unwavering commitment. It is the ability to keep moving forward even when results are not immediate, even when challenges are great, and even when progress seems slow. Focus creates momentum. Once you have it, small actions compound into major results over time. It sharpens your skills, strengthens your resolve, and aligns your life with the destiny for which you were created. Focus is not just a habit, it is a lifestyle. It is a deliberate choice to prioritize what truly matters, to eliminate what does not, and to commit yourself fully to the path of growth, achievement, and fulfillment. Focus, combined with faith in your purpose, creates an unstoppable force that no obstacle can withstand, no criticism can deter, and no failure can defeat. To focus yourself is to honor the potential within you, to respect the calling on your life, and to invest your time and energy where it produces the greatest return. It is the first step toward greatness, the foundation of success, and the key to living a life of significance. Silence is one of the most underestimated and misunderstood principles of success. Many people confuse silence with weakness, inaction, or fear, but in truth, silence is a powerful weapon, a mark of maturity, and a sign of wisdom. The ability to remain silent, to hold your words, and to control your voice is not a natural gift for most, but it is a discipline that can be developed and mastered. Silence allows you to listen, observe, and understand the world around you. It enables you to process information without the interference of ego or emotion. When you are silent, you are not reacting impulsively, you are reflecting intentionally. It is in silence that clarity emerges, insight is revealed, and perspective is gained. Words are powerful, but they are also finite. Once spoken, they cannot be taken back. Many conflicts, misunderstandings, and failures are the result of hasty speech and unrestrained words. By practicing silence, you avoid unnecessary arguments, prevent misunderstandings, and maintain control over situations rather than being controlled by them. Silence is also a form of strength. It signals confidence and self-assurance. Those who feel compelled to constantly talk or explain themselves are often insecure, seeking validation or approval from others. The wise, however, understand that silence speaks louder than words. Silence allows actions to speak, results to demonstrate capability, and character to reveal itself without the need for explanation. In a world full of noise, social media, gossip, endless chatter, silence becomes a rare and valuable tool. It protects your mind, preserves your energy, and shields your focus from being scattered. When you combine silence with focus, your life becomes deliberate, powerful, and unstoppable. Silence also cultivates patience. It allows you to wait for the right moment to act, to speak, or to respond. Impulsive speech often leads to regret, but measured silence leads to wisdom. In silence, you learn to observe patterns, understand motives, and anticipate outcomes. It is in silence that strategic thinking is nurtured and sound decisions are made. Silence also strengthens your relationships. When you learn to listen more than you speak, you gain trust, respect, and influence. People are drawn to those who hear them, understand them, and respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. True silence is not about shutting out the world, but about tuning into it with discernment. It allows you to separate what matters from what is trivial, to discern truth from deception, and to focus on what aligns with your purpose rather than what distracts you. Silence is also a spiritual practice. Many great thinkers, leaders, and achievers have emphasized the importance of quiet reflection, meditation, and inner stillness. In silence, you connect with your inner self, your intuition, and your higher purpose. It is where your mind is renewed, your spirit strengthened, and your vision clarified. The ability to stay silent is a test of discipline and character. It requires self-control, humility, and a deep understanding of timing. Knowing when to speak and when to remain silent is a mark of wisdom that sets apart ordinary people from extraordinary leaders. Silence protects you from unnecessary conflict. By choosing not to engage in every debate, argument, or criticism, you conserve your energy for what truly matters. You avoid being drawn into situations that do not serve your purpose, and you prevent your reputation from being damaged by hasty words. Silence also enhances focus. When your mind is not consumed by constant chatter, worry, or external opinions, it becomes clear and concentrated. You can dedicate yourself fully to your goals, your purpose, and your personal development without distraction. The world often equates silence with passivity, but in reality, silence is proactive. It is the space where strategy is formed, where plans are refined, and where preparation occurs. It is in silence that the seeds of success are planted, nurtured, and allowed to grow. Silence also teaches resilience. When you do not react immediately to challenges, criticism, or setbacks, you develop emotional stability and inner strength. You learn to respond rather than react, to lead rather than follow, and to influence rather than be influenced. Mastering silence is mastering your mind. It is the ability to control your thoughts, regulate your emotions, and direct your energy intentionally. Silence is not emptiness, it is fullness. It is a deliberate pause, a space of reflection, and a powerful tool that, when used wisely, propels you toward achievement and fulfillment. Those who combine focus with silence achieve more than those who only speak and act without restraint. They think deeply, act strategically, and live intentionally. They understand that greatness is not measured by how loudly you announce your presence, but by the results you produce and the lives you impact quietly and consistently. Silence, when paired with focus, is the secret of personal power, leadership, and success. It is a principle that transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary accomplishment, and a life distracted by noise into a life aligned with purpose. Distractions and the opinions of others are among the greatest enemies of success and personal growth. Every individual who has achieved greatness understands that the world is full of noise, opinions, and influences that can easily derail your focus, waste your time, and diminish your potential. People often allow themselves to be controlled by what others think, say, or expect, and in doing so, they surrender the very power to determine their own destiny. Avoiding distractions is not merely a matter of willpower, it is a matter of discipline, strategy, and clarity of purpose. Every distraction, whether it comes in the form of social media, gossip, trivial concerns, or even well-meaning advice, steals energy and attention that should be devoted to your mission. The human mind has limited capacity. When it is scattered across too many activities or concerns, its power is diluted, its vision becomes blurred, and its ability to achieve results is compromised. To succeed, you must guard your mind and your time fiercely. You must learn to say no to what does not serve your purpose, to ignore what does not align with your vision, and to detach yourself from influences that lead you astray. Opinions in particular are traps. The world is full of people ready to offer unsolicited advice, judgment, or criticism, and most of it reflects their own fears, limitations, or misconceptions rather than the truth about you or your purpose. Listening to every opinion is like trying to navigate a stormy sea with a broken compass. You are guided not by your destination, but by the shifting winds of others' thoughts and beliefs. Avoiding opinions does not mean arrogance or disregard for counsel. It means discernment. It means seeking guidance only from those who are experienced, wise, and aligned with your purpose, and ignoring the noise that comes from people who are uninformed, negative, or distracted themselves. Distractions and opinions can lead to comparison, envy, and frustration. When you measure yourself against others or allow their judgments to influence your choices, you lose sight of your own path, your own pace, and your own potential. Success is not found in emulating others or conforming to the expectations of the crowd. It is found in staying true to your purpose, following your calling, and maintaining unwavering focus. Avoiding distractions also requires deliberate environmental management. Your surroundings, the media you consume, and even the people you spend time with influence your thoughts, behaviors, and decisions. Surround yourself with positivity, clarity, and encouragement, and distance yourself from negativity, confusion, and constant noise. Every small distraction adds up over time. The constant ping of notifications, the endless scrolling, the interruptions at work or home, all of these erode your focus and efficiency. Those who master the art of avoiding distractions understand that discipline is freedom. By choosing to eliminate the trivial and unnecessary, they create space for growth, creativity, and progress. Opinions can also paralyze action. Many people hesitate to take steps toward their goals because they fear judgment or criticism. They wait for approval, validation, or recognition, and in the process, opportunities pass them by. To avoid being controlled by opinions is to embrace courage. It is to prioritize your purpose over the approval of others, your vision over the judgment of peers, and your progress over the applause of the crowd. Avoiding distractions requires both mindfulness and intentionality. It means being fully aware of how you spend your time, what you allow into your mind, and which influences you permit to shape your decisions. It is about consciously protecting your focus like a precious asset, because it is. The world may try to pull you in multiple directions, but your responsibility is to remain anchored to your purpose. The opinions of others often reflect their own limitations rather than your potential. What someone says about you or your abilities is not a measure of your value or destiny. Those who internalize this truth are free to act boldly, take risks, and pursue their goals without hesitation. Avoiding distractions and opinions also strengthens your character. It teaches patience, resilience, and discernment. It allows you to develop independent thinking, self-confidence, and the ability to make decisions based on your own values and understanding rather than external pressures. Distractions and opinions are designed to test your discipline, focus, and commitment. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is often how well they manage these two forces. Those who succeed are not immune to distractions or criticisms, but they refuse to be defined or controlled by them. They rise above, maintain their course, and prioritize what truly matters. Ultimately, avoiding distractions and opinions is about respecting the gift of your time, the clarity of your vision, and the power of your focus. It is about creating a life where your actions are intentional and your energy is concentrated and your results are the fruit of your own disciplined effort. Those who master this principle discover that they are not only more productive, but also more peaceful, more confident, and more aligned with their purpose. They understand that the opinions of others are fleeting, distractions are temporary, but the results of focused, deliberate, and purposeful action are enduring. By avoiding distractions and dismissing unnecessary opinions, you protect the integrity of your mission, preserve the sanctity of your focus, and ensure that your journey towards success remains uninterrupted, clear, and unstoppable. Self-discipline is the foundation upon which all success, achievement, and personal growth is built. Without self-discipline, talent, opportunity, and ambition amount to little more than wasted potential. Discipline is not about restriction or punishment. It is about training yourself to act in accordance with your purpose, your priorities, and your long-term goals rather than being controlled by fleeting impulses, desires, or distractions. Every individual has moments of temptation, laziness, or procrastination, but those who cultivate self-discipline rise above these weaknesses and consistently do what is necessary to progress toward their vision. Self-discipline begins in the mind. It is the ability to control your thoughts, to focus on what matters, and to reject what does not serve your purpose. The mind is the battlefield where success is won or lost. If your mind is undisciplined, your actions will be scattered, inconsistent, and ineffective. But when your mind is trained to stay focused, deliberate, and intentional, it becomes a powerful engine that drives you toward your goals with precision and efficiency. Cultivating self-discipline requires setting clear priorities and adhering to them consistently. It means understanding that every choice has consequences and that every decision either moves you closer to your purpose or further away from it. Those who lack discipline are easily swayed by comfort, convenience, or opinion, and in doing so, they waste time, energy, and potential. Self-discipline also involves delayed gratification. Success rarely comes instantly. It requires patience, perseverance, and the ability to resist immediate pleasures or distractions in favor of long-term rewards. The disciplined individual understands that short-term discomfort is the price for long-term achievement, and they embrace it willingly. Habits are the building blocks of self-discipline. Daily routines, consistent effort, and structured practices create momentum over time. Each small act of discipline compounds, leading to remarkable results, while each act of undisciplined behavior erodes progress, weakens resolve, and perpetuates mediocrity. Discipline is also about accountability. It requires taking responsibility for your actions, your choices, and your outcomes. Blaming circumstances, other people, or external forces is the path of the undisciplined. The disciplined person accepts ownership, learns from mistakes, and adjusts their actions to remain aligned with their objectives. Self-discipline strengthens character. It builds integrity, resilience, and self-respect. When you cultivate discipline, you gain confidence because you know that you can rely on yourself to follow through, even when motivation fades or challenges arise. Motivation alone is unreliable. It comes and goes with emotions, circumstances, and moods. Discipline, however, is consistent, steadfast, and dependable. It is the bridge between dreams and reality. Cultivating self-discipline also involves mastering your environment. Surrounding yourself with positive influences, minimizing distractions, and creating systems that support your focus are all part of a disciplined approach to life. Discipline is not about working harder than everyone else. It is about working smarter, prioritizing what matters, and consistently aligning your actions with your purpose. It also requires mental and emotional control. Life presents challenges, stress, and setbacks, and discipline allows you to respond constructively rather than react impulsively. It enables you to maintain clarity, make thoughtful decisions, and persevere when others give up. Self-discipline is the secret behind long-term success. Many people start with enthusiasm, but only those who cultivate discipline sustain their efforts and achieve extraordinary results. Discipline transforms talent into skill, effort into achievement, and potential into legacy. It empowers you to focus on your goals, resist distractions, and maintain the course even when obstacles appear. Discipline is also closely tied to self-respect. When you commit to your own standards, honor your own promises, and consistently do what is necessary, you build confidence, credibility, and authority over your own life. Cultivating self-discipline is a lifelong journey. It requires reflection, practice, and constant refinement. Each day presents opportunities to strengthen your self-control, reinforce positive habits, and eliminate behaviors that undermine progress. In every area of life, personal growth, relationships, career, finances, and spirituality, discipline is the differentiating factor between those who succeed and those who do not. It allows you to stay focused on what truly matters, to act intentionally rather than reactively, and to maintain momentum toward your objectives regardless of circumstances. Self-discipline also creates freedom. While it may seem restrictive at first, discipline actually liberates you from the chaos of impulsive behavior, poor choices, and wasted time. It enables you to live intentionally, achieve consistently, and reach your full potential. Those who cultivate self-discipline understand that true power is not external but internal. It is the ability to control yourself, direct your energy, and act purposefully. It is the strength to stay silent when others react, to stay focused when others are distracted, and to stay committed when others quit. Discipline is the key to turning vision into reality, potential into achievement, and dreams into lasting impact. By committing to self-discipline, you not only master your actions, but also your mind, your time, and ultimately your destiny. It is the final piece of the puzzle for anyone who wants to live a life of purpose, significance, and excellence. Every individual is born with potential, a unique combination of talents, abilities, and purpose designed to make an impact in the world. Yet most people go through life never fully realizing or utilizing this inner potential. They are distracted by external noise, consumed by the opinions of others, and preoccupied with trivial matters that divert their energy away from what truly matters. To harness your inner potential, you must first understand that it is already within you. It is not something that needs to be acquired from the outside. It is something to be discovered, nurtured, and developed from within. The journey to unlocking your potential begins with self-awareness. You must take time to reflect, to examine your strengths, your weaknesses, your passions, and your purpose. Without this awareness, your potential remains dormant, hidden behind fear, doubt, and indecision. Silence plays a critical role in this process. When you allow yourself moments of quiet reflection, away from the noise and distractions of the world, you begin to hear the voice of your inner wisdom. This is where your true potential speaks, where clarity emerges, and where direction is revealed. Harnessing your potential also requires focus. Potential alone is not enough. It must be channeled into deliberate, consistent action. Without focus, talent is scattered and opportunity is wasted. Those who focus their energy on their highest priorities maximize their potential and achieve results that others only dream about. Discipline is another essential element. Potential without discipline is like a seed planted in barren soil. It cannot grow. Self-discipline ensures that your efforts are consistent, that your actions are aligned with your purpose, and that you overcome the obstacles, temptations, and distractions that threaten to derail your progress. Harnessing your inner potential also demands courage. It requires stepping out of comfort zones, taking risks, and facing challenges that test your limits. The voice of doubt, fear, and criticism will always be present, but those who tap into their inner potential do not allow external circumstances to define them. They rise above limitations, persist through setbacks, and continue to move forward with unwavering determination. Your environment influences your ability to harness potential. Surrounding yourself with supportive, inspiring, and growth-oriented people enhances your progress, while negative influences can hinder, discourage, or distract you. Choosing carefully whom you allow into your inner circle is a reflection of the discipline and focus required to realize your potential. Harnessing your inner potential is also a matter of continuous learning and growth. Your potential is not static, it expands as you develop skills, deepen understanding, and gain experience. Every challenge overcome, every lesson learned, and every skill mastered contributes to the full expression of your capabilities. Patience is essential. Potential is revealed gradually through persistent effort over time. Quick results are rare, but the disciplined, focused, and patient individual sees cumulative growth that eventually produces extraordinary outcomes. Harnessing your inner potential is also about alignment. Align your actions, thoughts, and decisions with your purpose. When you live in alignment with your calling, every effort contributes to the realization of your potential. Misalignment leads to wasted energy, frustration, and mediocrity. The process also requires resilience. Life will test you, disappoint you, and challenge your resolve. Your potential is fully realized only when you respond to adversity with determination, learn from setbacks, and maintain your commitment despite difficulties. Silence and focus, discipline and patience, courage and resilience. These are the tools that unlock your inner potential. They allow you to concentrate your energy, refine your skills, and act with purpose. They transform raw ability into excellence, ideas into results, and dreams into tangible impact. Finally, harnessing your inner potential is not just about personal gain. It is about contribution, influence, and legacy. The realization of your abilities empowers you to serve, inspire, and impact others positively. Your potential is a gift not only for yourself, but for the world you touch. Those who understand and embrace this truth do not settle for mediocrity. They refuse to be distracted, deterred, or silenced by external forces. They cultivate focus, discipline, and clarity, allowing their inner potential to rise and shine, producing results, achievements, and influence that leave a lasting mark. To harness your inner potential is to honor the purpose for which you were created, to invest your life intentionally, and to maximize the extraordinary possibilities within you. It is the culmination of focus, silence, discipline, and courage, transforming ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement and unlocking the full expression of your God-given capabilities